Daventry Magnets, good evening. Hi Paul, hi Terry, hi Roger, how you doing? Hi Lindsay, hi Cheryl, hi Joan. Hi Claire, hi Lynn. How we all doing? It's Friday once again. I've been sure I haven't stopped. That's what I'm late, because I've just literally sat down. It's been one of those days. Well, it's been one of them weeks really, but it's good to keep busy. That's what they keep telling me. I'm flipping knackered. Thought I might get a lay in tomorrow, but apparently we're going to Yarmouth. Yeah, I didn't really know a lot about that, but apparently we are. I don't know. We shall see. Should be on soon because she's ready to go home. Steve Parsons, how you doing? Let's have a look. Who else there? Hi Darren, how you doing? Yeah, apparently then it's going to stop raining there at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we shall see. Not that that Google ever gets it right, but we shall see. Yeah, apparently we're heading there. So I've been running around today trying to do all tomorrow's jobs today, so I can do it. But I think I've caught up. I think I've finally managed to do it. Hi Jess, how you doing? Trying to sort Berkeley's nose out. You're in Punchtrap, yeah? But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've had a good week. The weather's been a bit up and down. I got absolutely drenched yesterday, but is what it is. It was quite refreshing for the first few minutes, and then I realised that I'd got to lay down on the floor, which was not very refreshing. It was horrible, but that's the way it is. Waveney Magnets, good evening to you as well. I can't remember if I've said hello to you now. Hi Cheryl, if I've said hello, I'm saying it again. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. Now, last weekend, I went up to Boston to see Mark Pennison, Boston Magneteers, and I fished my first storm drain. My God, them things stink. They really do smell. So we went along the storm drain in various places, and the weed was unbelievable. I mean, I've been to places that have been really bad for weed, but this was unbelievable. Sometimes your magnet was like 2.5 foot wide when it came up. There was that much weed in there. It was unbelievable. But I had to give it a try. Like I say, never done a storm drain before, so it was something different. Hi, Raymond. How you doing? But yeah. So would I do it again? Not for a while. Not for a while. I need to clear my sinuses first. It was disgusting. It really was. But we had a laugh, me and Mark. Like I say, we moved around a little bit. Good scrap, man. That all went pretty quick as well. And it was just a good day because Terry and Paul were off getting a suntan. Again, a bit hot for them, though. They're glad to be home. Never thought I'd hear them say that. I think they miss me, really, but they just don't want to say. Well, you need to go to bed and sleep. Hi, Stuart. How you doing? Hi, Graham. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Yeah, that's your problem, Terry. You go to bed, then you get up at 2. Silly, really. You know, most people go to bed and stay in bed and stay asleep. Hi, Sean. Good evening to you as well. I'm waiting for the reply on that one. I'll usually get a sarcastic one. Oh, doing well. She's slacking. She is definitely tired. I didn't get abused quick. I get up at 3 a.m. Cool, blimey. I'm usually going to bed about 3 a.m. Don't know when it'll be because that means I've got to finish tomorrow's video tonight to get it uploaded tonight so it's ready for you lot tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's video, for all the background people, all the haters, someone nearly killed me. You will see in the video. So for all the haters, share it around amongst yourselves that if you want to see me nearly get killed, then watch tomorrow night's video. Because I know you're going to watch it anyway. But yeah, watch it and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's very close. Some people are a little bit strange. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Hi, Liz. How are you doing? But yeah, it was a bit of a close call. A bit too close for comfort, in all fairness. But it's all on film and you will get to see it. 4:30. Cool, you want to try sleeping at night? Hi, Susie. How you doing? But yeah, that is when we went to a place called Prick Willow. I've got a photo somewhere. Got somebody standing by the sign. Haven't I, Terry? up at 5:15. Oh no, you lot are all weird. From Brazil. Good evening, Brazil. What's your weather like there at the moment? Because here it's got really hot and humid again. Canada's asleep really well. Do you want me to get you some Terry? I think I've got a bottle of it that we was giving the dog. I'll give you a squirt of that. You'll be all right. I didn't make you do it at all. How could you say such a thing? It was funny though. It was. Yeah, it does pull. You're right. Maybe I'll add it onto the video somewhere. But she'll get us back because she's got a photo as well, which is not a good one. Not a good one, that. Already tried and don't work for you. Okay. Two brothers treasure magnet fishing. How you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm trying to catch up with the comments now. I fell behind a bit, but I will catch up. I am reading them. It has been very humid. It was last night. I mean, because it was quite cool and the rain and everything, but then it went really, really humid. Got so bad I had to put the aircon back on again. Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, hang on, I'm pressing buttons here. Right, there we go. I'm caught up now. Hi, Donna. How you doing? Andy's on the sofa dozing. It's because you work him too hard, Claire. You never let him have a rest. So what was your trip to America like then, Raymond? Hi, Julie. Hang on. Homemade casserole. Ooh. Yeah, I went for quick food tonight because I knew I weren't going to have time, so I went for McDonald's. I didn't enjoy it, but it was just quick and convenient. That's the way sometimes you have to do it. And it's nice still sitting out in the garden doing the live streams. No point in sitting inside because it may be nice and cool in the living room where the aircon is, but the kitchen's too hot. So I thought I'll come and sit out here again, enjoying it while we can. I won't be sitting out here in the winter, I can tell you that. Yeah, how long's that going to be? 20 minutes, Claire, when you bash him over the head. Your dad's gone fishing. Yeah, we bumped into a lot of fishermen. It's that time of the year, unfortunately. I mean, there's so many fish in the water at the moment, the babies. There's, I mean, thousands of them. I used to do a bit of fishing a long time ago. When I was a kid at school, I used to go fishing all the time. I was always fishing. And then I didn't fish for... Once I got a motorbike, that was it. Fishing went out the window. And I did start again in 2013, I think it was. 2012, 2013. Did about 18 months of it. And then I stopped again. But, yeah. Is it quiet in your back? It is quiet, yeah. No dogs barking. It's not a busy road where I live either, so it's pretty quiet, to be honest with you. Pretty boring where I live, I must admit. It's one of them places where you can walk down at night and not feel uncomfortable. You can sort of go to the cash machine at like midnight and you're not looking over your shoulder again. You know, so it is actually really peaceful where I live, considering when you go a few miles down the road and the contrast is unbelievable. And it's a town where they can't really make it much bigger because there's no building land left. But no, it is peaceful and I do like it. And it's very old parts here as well. There's a lot of old buildings there. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Hi, Corey. How are you doing? How's that hay fever? You got yourself back out there yet? You know, because I've lived in a few places. The place where I actually grew up, I was there for like 21 years. And when I go there now, it's horrible. It really is. You know, half the shops are closed down. All the other ones are there with metal shutters on them. And when you go back to like the 80s, like a lot of you old folk on here, and things were so much easier then. Things were totally different. You didn't live in fear all the time. And but yeah, where I used to live, when I drive through there now, it's just so different. It's unbelievable. West Country Mudlarks, good evening to you as well. Stop looking at the temperature. Yeah, humidity is bad at the moment. but things change, unfortunately. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday, actually. There was a drive around in the 70s, and it's so funny to look at all the cars that were around in the 70s. And they did one in the 80s, and some proper classics out there. And it's unbelievable to think what a share Ford had in the market. There was Fords absolutely everywhere, and Morris Minors, and Triumph Stags, and Spitfires, and all them cars that you very rarely see anymore, because British cars were very good for rusting. Most of them would rust away. But yeah, it's like the cars I work on. Cars that I work on now, you can have them with major problems, which you will end up scrapping them for it. But the bodywork on them is mint. But years ago, it was the other way around. They used to rot like hell, but they were reliable. So yeah, some of them cars on that videos, they are what you call classics now. But they were awful to drive. He's off next week. He's got a week off. Blimey. Yeah, I think, didn't the kids break up today? If they did, that would be good, because the roads will be much clearer. And more targets when you're driving down the road. I shouldn't say that, really. That's horrible. Oh, the Austin All Aggro. Yeah. I remember driving one of them when I was about 14. I didn't like it then. Broke up then. I'm sure they break up this way as well. I don't know, because I ain't got kids at school anymore, because I'm old. And no grandkids yet, so that's even better. Drayton Manor. God, it's been a long time since I've been there. It really is. I've got 2 weeks. 52 weeks of the year off. I'm retired. Well, that's a good one, as long as you're enjoying it and you're getting yourself out there and doing things, because the one thing you don't want to do is start relaxing. I probably will get a slap, but I don't care. I don't care. Oh, somebody's submitting to having a leg grow. Do you remember Donna having a leg grow? Donna, you're showing your age. Yeah, my first car was a Mini Traveller. Yeah, it's a place I go to. They're specialists in... Oh, I can't even think what they're called now. Morris Minors, that's it. They specialise in Morris Minors. And I went in there yesterday. Was it yesterday? Wednesday? I can't remember. I think, no, it was yesterday, yeah. I went in there yesterday, and there was one in there, and it was up on the ramp. And honestly, it was so clean, it looked like it had rolled off the production line. The blokes restored it, but it is absolutely stunning. It's better than it was new. It is so clean underneath. You could literally turn the car on its roof and eat your dinner off it. There's not a speck of dirt under it. He must get under there and clean it when he's been out in it, because it was absolutely mint. And it's nice to see that, that there is still some mint cars out there. And not my cup of tea, because if you look at like them, they made, because I get all the gossip on it, 1.2 million of them, Morris Minors. Stopped making them in 1971. He was telling me all this, because he just likes to talk to us, Bob. And to think 1.2 million of a particular car over its lifespan, I would think it was something like 59 to 71. Shocking, really, because they're so basic. It's unbelievable. Oh, Ford Escort Mark 1. I had one of them, and a Mark 2, and a Mark 3, and a Mark 5. I do like me Fords, though, because I've actually got a Mondeo ST garage now. I've had that for 14 months old, and I've still got it, and it's garage now. Hi, Eleanor, how you doing? Hi, Lisa, how you doing? Vauxhall Astra Estate. I can't think what my first car, I think, was a Fiat 126. Long time ago now. First car was a Morris Minor. There we go. Hillman Imps. I do actually work for another garage that specialises in them. Fortunately, though, I never get to work on them, because the guys there, the old guys, they know them so well. I don't need to get involved in them, but they do Hillman Imps. They've got race ones and all sorts. Yeah, they're not my idea of fun, but some of the ones that they've got, same again, they're absolutely mint. And there was an MGB there as well yesterday. Vauxhall Viva. Yes, I've had a Vauxhall Viva. Mine was actually a rally-prepared Vauxhall Viva. Roll cage in it, wide arches and everything. I had a Viva and a Frenza and a Magnum. I did go through a lot of cars when I was younger. It's probably because I didn't have a licence, and I used to get through them quite quickly. Still got the Hillman Imp. Oh, this garage I'll go to, they've got loads of them there. Two Princesses. Princesses were a lovely drive, in all fairness. Always reminds me of the old TV show Terry and June, because they had the burgundy one. Actually, I think it might have been an ambassador. I think he did have a Princess as well, but yeah, back in the day. Oh, don't Mexico's. I scrapped an RS 2000 all them years ago. I was well happy when I got 12 quid for it scrap. Mark 3 Cortina. No, I had a Mark 2, but a 1600E, but I've never had a Mark 3. 997 Mini. It's amazing how much those things sell for now. With a choke between the seats. I had a Vauxhall Ventura as well. A lot of you probably won't remember them. Straight 6 engine in it. Bloody great bus it was. And it was the same engine as used in the small Bedford lorries. All that noise and no power, really. It's shocking. And there's another place where I go to where they do the miners. They actually have other classic cars there, and they've got like an Austin, I think it was about an Austin 7 or something, or something older than that. It's a V8, no, V6, 3.2 litre, and it's 15 brake horsepower for an engine that big. That's unbelievable. Splodger, how you doing? Morris Minor. See, a lot of people had these Morris Minors. I always remember it in EastEnders all them years ago, where there was the big chase on, where they were chasing Den Watts in a Morris Minor, I think it was. Really funny. Of all the cars to pick, a Morris Minor to be chased in. One of the ones I've been working on lately, this has got a supercharger on it. Still don't go above 70. No licence, no insurance. Well, you get away with it back then. You didn't have all them cameras everywhere. Not that I condone that sort of thing. Would never dream of it. A Triumph. Yeah. My dad, he had a Triumph Dolomite. Dolomite Sprint. Hi, Liz. How you doing? See, look, you're all flipping Triumph Dolomite. There we go, yeah. Hi, Roland. How you doing? See, you all remember these old cars. I remember, do you remember the stigma of the Skoda Rapide? Now, they used to make a massive deal about it, because on the back of it, they'd put Skoda Rapide 5-speed, because it had 5 gears, and that was quite unusual back then. Everybody's parents that bought one, the kids would not let them drop them off outside school. They'd make them drop them off around the corner, because nobody wanted to be seen in. And a Lada, they were the same. Always come with that stigma that nobody wanted to be seen getting out of one of them. R53 Mini. Yeah, I've worked on a lot of them. I really do work on a lot of them. Football Factory, good evening to you. Rich Hutchins, good evening. Oh, I finally caught up with the comments. So, yes, things are different now. You know, you've got cars. I had a Series 1 RS Turbo. I had it for 11 years. I used to think it was fast, 136 miles an hour, flat out. Used to love it. Now you can buy a Fiesta that will do 140 miles an hour. And it's not a performance car, it's a Fiesta. So things have moved on. Oh, yeah, we're talking about old cars. Evening Jabba. If you want to talk about old cars, talk to Ben. He knows a lot about old cars, especially rebuilding them. But yeah, things have changed. Everybody wants comfort. Everybody goes and they want all these fancy features on the cars. And then when they go wrong and you tell them how much it's going to be, they all start moaning. I'm thinking, you want the features? You pay for the features. You know, you can... Even my car's got self-park on it. You press the button, you drive down the road. When you go past the space, it will say, yeah, I can fit in there. And you brake, you put it in reverse, and it puts it in the space for you. You don't have to do any of the work. It does it all for you. So that, you know, it's made easy now. People still can't park them. They have cameras, they have park sensors. They still hit everything. Private driver. Loved old cars. Brilliant with engines. You see, that's the other thing. There's not a lot of people that are now. Most people want to just put a new one in. Nobody wants to actually fix anything anymore. Everyone wants to just replace things, because it's so much easier just to replace, which, well, that's what the new generation's like. That's what they teach them at college, how to replace things, not how to fix them. Which is a shame, really. Really is a shame that it's got to that stage. How'd the MOT take? Blooming, it ain't done no miles since last year, Ben. We live in a disposable world. You're right. There will never be another classic car. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says. Too much electronics to go wrong on it. You'll never get another classic. So yeah, things have changed. Things have changed completely now, and we all want easy. We want them to literally. I mean, look, they want ones that drive themselves. Now you've got to remember, self-drive cars are a wonderful thing, but they're only as good as the person that programmed it. So let's just hope you don't get a bad driver program it, because it's going to be a bit of a problem. Cheaper to buy than fix. Yes and no. I had somebody got a problem with the windows. New window switch, £355. I took it apart. I fixed it in about 4 minutes. Saved them all that money. But people don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to take things apart. It's so much easier. Just throw a new one at it and it fixes it. But unfortunately, nah, I ain't like that. I'm more one of these people. I was brought up to repair things, and that's exactly what I'll do. Rear brakes. Has that got drum brakes on the back, Ben? Probably has for that age, and all that power and drum brakes. Shocking. Don't have the tools. That's it. Well, the thing is, that's the massive difference between a lot of the Brits and the Americans. The Americans really enjoy fixing their own cars, where in Britain, no, they don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I bump into a lot of YouTube mechanics, and when I get there, they tell me what's wrong with it and what I need to do. And I always say to them, well, if you're that good and you know, then you do it. That usually stops them. Then they don't normally carry on then, but lots of people, they think they know what's wrong with it, but they can't fix it. And I always say, you're not paying for the fix, you're paying for the person with the knowledge, and that's what it's all down to. Well, that's it. New cars, everybody wants keyless because they don't want to get the keys out of the pocket. They want to just walk up to the car and open the door, walk away from it, and it locks because people are too lazy to press a button. And then when they get stolen, they all moan because they say, my car's been stolen. You wanted keyless, unfortunately, it can be grabbed. People think key grabbers are, look, a modern day thing. Key grabbers have been around for years. A lot of finance companies used to have them when they were doing repossessions. That's how they'd get the cars back, with grabbers. And now, unfortunately, they've become made available and people are buying them. There's a place in Boston? No, somewhere in Europe. I can't think what it's called. But anyway, it's the key capital of the world, basically. It's like a poor country. So what they do is they have to find something they can make a lot of money with. All the key programming stuff, all the diagnostic stuff, all the key code, it all comes from this country. And if you want a key grabber building into a Louis Vuitton handbag, they will fit you one into a Louis Vuitton handbag. That's what it's like now. So it's massive business there. Love working on old cars. I prefer working on new ones. Old ones mess my head up. When people start going on points, condenser, dynamo, I just don't like it. Give me a modern day one. Any time, give me a modern day one. No, we haven't yet, Jabba. No, been too busy. Heavy metal detecting. Good evening to you as well. So, yeah, that's about it, really. It's been my week. I've had some classics I've worked on this week. I've worked on new ones. I've worked on 23 plate ones that are less than 3 years old. Modern day cars fall to bits. If anyone's thinking of a new car, don't bother. Get an old one. You'll have far less trouble. Just try and find one that's not rusty. Will do, mate. That's it. My comments are off again. They did stop, but they're off again. But yeah, that's my opinion. So yeah, don't forget, tomorrow night, come over, have a watch of the video, and just shows you the stupidity of some people. They may even watch the video. The stupidity of some people, that's all I'm going to say. But if any of you want to, the fact that someone tried to kill me, then come and watch it, because yeah, it wasn't fun at the time. Looking back at it now, it's a little bit mad, but you'll see on tomorrow night's video. It's the second part, because we did actually move from one location to another location because that bridge was so far down, and every throw was just, it wasn't you this time. No, it wasn't. Everything was really heavy from that bridge, and we really had to work for it. But we got stuff out, so, it works out. Dale Boy's van. No, I never had a Reliant, I think they were Reliant Regal vans. Never had one of them. I did have a Reliant Robin, though. A three-wheeler. I sold it to a guy up the road who's a bit eccentric, I mean, I paid £6 for it back in the day, and he really wanted when I sold him it. Well, he couldn't bear to get rid of it, but he couldn't actually fix it. So he dug a hole in the garden and buried it, along with another car. It was a bit of a strange one. Was it John? That was his name, John. And he actually buried 2 cars in his garden because he couldn't bear to part with them. And for all I know, they're probably still there now. He spent about 6 months digging the hole and he pushed them in. So yeah, he actually buried the cars. I mean, strange thing to think the time team could probably turn up there in 1,000 years' time and find this fiberglass 3-wheeled vehicle sitting in the ground. A little bit strange. Hi, Mary. Yeah, it's funny what people do. It really is. You know, nothing stranger than folk. That's all I can say. I know, it's shocking. He used to, like, he was really into motorbikes, into the old Hondas, and he used to spy everyone he could, and they were all in his living room. He used to keep all his motorbikes in the living room, you know, as you do. And he had a Triumph Bonneville, and he bought it, and he stripped it down, put it all in boxes, and about 18 years later, he actually gave it to my brother, because my brother got on with him all right, because he was always up there helping him fix his motorbikes, and he actually gave him it. No, Triumph Tiger Cub, sorry, it's the Tiger Cub he gave him. So he literally, there's the frame, and these boxes are the rest of the motorbike. And he gave him it, and my brother still got it now, to be honest with you. And I think he gave him it in about 1986, 87. I don't know whether he's actually finished it, but yeah, he did. He gave him a motorbike in bits. Like I say, nothing stranger than people. That's all I can say. But it's a Triumph Tiger Cub. I mean, it's probably worth good money now. Just shows you there's some weird people about. But, you know, if everybody was the same, it'd be pretty boring, isn't it? That's why you want people that are not strictly normal. That's obviously why you lot here now. Because there's one thing I've never pretended to be is normal. And I know that Terry's really going to agree with me on that comment. It was such a shame. Really was, Mary. Absolutely great bloke. At first, I probably didn't give Stuart a lot of time, you know. Didn't really know him that well. But the more I spoke to him, and I did end in the end speaking to him a lot, the more I got to know him. And the bloke was an absolute legend. He faced that head on, didn't let him get it down. And in all fairness, I got to know him. I got to know Stuart really well in the end. And he was an amazing, amazing bloke. And it's such a shame. It really is. But he would have fought to the end because that's the way he was. Absolute legend, Stuart was. Right, I'm going to wrap this up now because I really have got to go. I've got to get tomorrow night's video done because it's got to be done tonight. I've got an early start in the morning because apparently I'm going to the beach. So, yeah, my 1 day a week that I actually might get a lay-in. I'm not getting a lay-in because I should be out here early. But anyway, thank you all for joining. If you haven't watched the first part of this week's video, go and watch that because it might make a bit more sense on the second part. But go and have a look at it. Go over there and see our struggle because it really was a struggle that day. But we still had a fantastic day. Go and watch part 2 tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock, and you will see something that a lot of you sitting in the background, you know, I can see you all over the place. Something you've been waiting for a long time, but unfortunately it failed. But anyway, thank you for joining. Have a great weekend. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you do. It doesn't cost anything. It helps with the channel. And if you want to share, go ahead. Have a great weekend, everyone. If you are out and it is going to be hot, then make sure you drink plenty. If you're in an airworks range, just put your head back and open your mouth. But thanks for joining, and we'll catch you on the next one.